All right, we're back with the Adventure of Link. Well, the instruction booklet, at least, because I figured, like, I don't know, I didn't think I would need it, but also it's an old ass game, so maybe, like, just in case. So let's get to. This official seal is your assurance that Nintendo has reviewed this product and that it has met our standards for excellence in workmanship, reliability, and entertainment value. Always look for this seal when buying games and accessories to ensure complete compatibility with your Nintendo product. I know that was what I meant. Excellence in workmanship, reliability, and entertainment. Do you think Zelda 2 is that? I mean, maybe. Okay. I mean, who cares? We're just gonna read the whole thing. Do not immerse it in water. Okay. At the story of the adventure of Link. So I was scrolling this just to see if maybe I should even do this. We have a lot of story this time. It's not Impa fell over on the side of the road. All right. At the end of a fierce fight, Link overthrew Ganon, took back the Triforce, and rescued Princess Zelda. Why is it like in bullet points? However, is it all really finished? Many seasons have passed since then. Look at how scary these guys are. Does he have a boomerang? That kind of takes away from it a little. Hyrule was on the road to ruin. The power that the vile heart of Ganon had left behind was causing... the power that the vile heart of Ganon had left behind? Okay. Was causing so much chaos and disorder in Hyrule. What's more, even after the fall of Ganon, some of his underlings remained, waiting for Ganon's return. The key to Ganon's return was the blood of Link? What? Look how gay he looks in this game, by the way. The valiant lad who overthrew the King of Evil. So this is the same Link. Ganon would be revived by sacrificing Link and sprinkling his blood on the ashes of Ganon. He did die in an ash pile. We probably should have, like, blew those away. We should go, blow them away down a pit or something. Meanwhile, Link remained in the little kingdom of Hyrule and lent his hand to its restoration, but circumstances did not look very good. One day, a strange mark, exactly like the crest of the kingdom, I guess that's the Triforce, appeared on the back of Link's hand as he approached his 16th birthday. The worried Link went to Impa, Princess Zelda's nursemaid, who was shocked and frightened when she saw the birthmark. When she regained her composure, she took Link to the North Castle. Hold on, give me a second. I'm going to pause real quick. I drank water before recording. Bad idea. Always a bad idea. There was a door in the North Castle called the Door That Does Not Open. Only the descendants of the Impa family who served the king knew how to open the door. Does it tell us? Impa took Link's left hand and pressed the back of it against the door. That's it? Okay. Does she have that? Does she have that on her hand? There was a sound of a lock falling open. Oh, just a lock. Nothing magic. The door slowly creaking open, and there on the altar in the middle of the room lay a beautiful woman. Here lies Princess Zelda? What's she doing? Hello? Is this the king? Like, the time has come where I must tell you the legend of Zelda! Handed down in Hyrule. It said that long ago, when Hyrule was one country, a great ruler maintained the peace of Hyrule using the Triforce. However, the king too was a child of man and he died. That's one way to phrase it. Then the prince of the kingdom should have become the king and inherited everything, but he could inherit the Triforce only in part. The prince searched everywhere for the missing parts, but he could not find them. Then a magician close to the king brought him some unexpected news. Before he died, the king had said something about the Triforce. About the Triforce to only the younger sister of the prince. Something about the Triforce to only the younger... I don't know, man. The prince immediately questioned the princess, but she wouldn't tell him anything. After the prince, the magician threatened to put the princess into... What is happening? After the prince, the magician threatened to put the princess into an eternal sleep if she did not talk. Okay, the magician was on the prince's side. I got it. The prince and his magician, I guess. But even still, she said nothing. In his anger, the magician tried to cast a magic spell on the princess. The surprised prince tried to stop him, but the magician fought off the prince and went on chanting the spell. Then, when the spell was finally cast, Princess Zelda fell on the spot and entered a sleep from which she might never awake. Wasn't this long ago? Long ago? Wait. Well, this is just a princess, not Zelda. Never mind. Wait, but it says Zelda. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Hold on, I missed something. Before he died, the king had said something about the Triforce. Was it like a long time ago? Like 20 years ago? I mean, this is kind of a while, I guess. These are the same character? What's happening in this image? Okay, asleep from which she might never awake. He has lightning hands. You must die! At the same time, the magician also fell down and breathed his last. Okay. Kind of a stupid way to like, use the rest of your life energy, but... In his grief, the prince placed the princess in this room. He hoped that someday she would come back to life. So that was the tragedy that would never be forgotten. This was a tragedy that would never be forgotten. He ordered that every female child born into the royal household shall be given the name Zelda. That explains the first game I was just going to ask. So wait. Okay, so this is not the Zelda we saved. Is this how it went in Skyward Sword? From the stand next to the altar where Princess Zelda lay in a deep sleep, Impa took 6 crystals, we love our MacGuffins, and a scroll with the same crest and handed them to Link. For generations, my family has been handed down these things, excuse me, which have been set aside for a time when a great king will come. They are written in an ancient script that no one can read now, but you who have the crest may be able to read it. Does he have it in his eyes too? It is said that the key to uniting the Triforce is hidden there. Now it is time for you to read it. Link, it's a book. It's genuinely a book. Link glanced at the scroll, half in doubt. But what do you know? Although he had never seen the letters before, he found that he could read them as if they were talking to him. It was written on the scroll, "You who will control the Triforce of the future, I shall hand down to you the secrets of the Triforce in this instruction book. There are 3 kinds of Triforce: power, wisdom, courage. We know this. When these 3 are brought together, the Triforce will show its maximum power." No, Nintendo, I was like, wasn't there a 4th one in the center? It's like on Link's shield or whatever, but Nintendo deconfirmed it, I think. Never mind. When these are brought together, the maximum power of the 3, I have left power and wisdom in the kingdom. But the Triforce of Courage I have hidden for a reason. Not everyone can use the Triforce. It requires a strong character with no evil thoughts. Wait. But Ganon can use the Triforce, right? Isn't not everyone should use the Triforce? But an inborn special quality is also necessary. Unfortunately, I have not found such a person during my lifetime. An inborn special quality. Therefore, I have decided to cast a spell on all of Hyrule. A crest will appear on a young man with that character who has been brought up correctly, has gained many kinds of experiences, and reached a certain age. Okay? But what will happen if someone else uses the Triforce before then? If it is misused, it will produce many evils. Dude, so only Link, not even Zelda? I don't know. Look at him. The Triforce of Courage is hidden in the Great Palace. Oh, Link doesn't even have it. I thought Link just innately had it. Not yet. Not yet, I guess. The Triforce of Courage is hidden in the Great Palace in the Valley of Death on the largest island in Hyrule. However, to enter there, you must first fight the Guardians and undo the binding force. I thought the sentence kept going. Then, when you have defeated the Guardians, which I made to prevent enemies from invading the 6 palaces in Hyrule, set a crystal on the forehead of the statue you find. When you have set crystals in all the statues in the 6 palaces, I was going to make a note for this. I don't think that's necessary. It's probably self-explanatory. And the binding force placed on the Valley of Death will be removed, and you will be able to enter the Great Palace. And then it will go. Wait, that's temple, not palace. Whatever. There you must fight the last Guardian, and you can obtain the Triforce only by defeating that Guardian. There's nothing to fear. It's Zelda 2. I don't know, I'm a little afraid. You are the one to get the Triforce. You are the beacon of hope for Hyrule. I mean, honestly, they wrote quite a lot. Impa implored Link, who raised his head slowly after reading the scroll. The magic spell cast upon Princess Zelda will sure to be broken if the Triforce is used. What happened to last Zelda, by the way? Please, Link, unite the Triforce and save the princess and bring peace back to Hyrule. And it's called The Legend of Zelda, but this is The Legend of Zelda right here. She was put to sleep with lightning magic. Link nodded silently in approval and left the room after taking a long glance at the altar. I love how this is written. Then, like in an instruction book. Then, with a magical sword in his left hand. So this is the same sword as the last one? Cool. And a magical shield in his right. I don't really remember that one. He set off alone on his long travels. At that time, Ganon's underlings were calling up new allies from the underworld and were beginning to work devilishly towards the revival of Ganon. So is the underworld the dark world? Maybe? I love how he's so badass. He's so badass. All right, now here I think we're going to be getting into actual instruction manual stuff. 6 palaces hidden in Hyrule. Link must gain experience by fighting Ganon's underlings and get information while visiting towns here and there. And after defeating the guardians of the palaces of Death Valley. So we are in Death Valley right now? I don't know. You must obtain the Triforce of Courage. That is Link's mission, in case you didn't realize. 6. Place them in the foreheads of the statues. We have Death Mountain area, Death Mountain, Saria Town, Saria? Morogue Swamp, Midoro Swamp, Port Mido Town, Raru Town? Raru? Like the guy? Parappa Desert? North Castle, Tantari Desert, Rudo Town. Aren't Rudo? No, I'm thinking of Rito. Oh, let me pause again real quick. Alright. Make a new link. I think I got this. If I don't got this, then we're gonna have problems. Your game ends while you are in the last palace and you select continue. Your game continues from the entrance of that palace. I'm assuming that means the last palace you're in, not like the 6th one. Do not press power reset. You're saving your game data. You must keep the reset button pressed when turning off the power. That sounds convoluted. I don't think a kid would do that. 5 years. Battery is 5 years. Does this have like save? Let me just make sure. No. Okay. Link travels again to the land of Hyrule. Yay! The kingdom inside the North Castle. This is the North Castle. Link's adventure is about to start. Princess Zelda continues to sleep peacefully on the altar. When I have no more lives left, that's the end of me. That's the end of me. Link has been given 3 lives. By whom? For the adventure that is about to begin. They're not even hearts. Look at that. These lives are reduced by 1 when you... Okay. When he loses a life or falls in water, etc. He must treasure each and every one as he fights. Let's look at Link's status. Yeah. Okay, hold on. We have attack. Okay, hold on. I'll read. 3 elements of power. I thought he was courage. Attack, magic, and life. And the status of each is displayed at the top of the screen. Points remaining shows how many of those points can be used later using Link's ability corresponding to that level, to the level for that power. Can you press the start button during horizontal play? Okay, so it's not all 2D side scrolling, I guess. Good to know. Dr. Robotnik's ring racers, by the way. Subscreen is called up and you can check the magic and possessions that he has available. This is a weird way to do it. Why make him white? I guess because the background's black, actually. Oh, this is like... Is this the sub-screen? Lives remaining, items, magic. It's pointing at nothing. Experience points. Experience... Does this have grinding? Does this have grinding? Life level, magic level, attack level. We'll find out what that means later, I guess. Link has left the castle. The journey of adventure has finally begun. You can see much of the lay of the land in Hyrule due to its clean air. Oh, so there's like an overworld map, I guess. You can see the figure of Link as he advances east along the path from the castle, which is surrounded by a lake. Okay, we don't... Play flute, use hammer. You can't use A and B buttons if there's no item in hand. You know what? I'm gonna start making a notepad. I'll do it over here. Just in case. I don't think this is gonna be a problem, but B to play flutes. I'm glad we still have the flute, by the way. I don't know where Link got a hammer from, but towns, forests, and mountains, the various shapes of Hyrule. Hyrule, with its abundant nature, is made up of various landscapes, mountains, and forests, rivers, and plains. Link can move anywhere except on water, such as rivers, and on dangerous landscapes, such as mountains. I guess these are mountains. They're basically just walls, I guess. You should be able to find towns, caves, and large boulders blocking roads. Graveyard is back. We love to see it. Miyazaki Swamp is here. Barge Bridge. Is that a specific bridge or is that a type of bridge? I guess it's a type of bridge. Okay, searching for the third Triforce. Oh yeah, we are searching for that, I guess. Because I'm still thinking of Triforce shards. I'm like, wait, did we do the first two palaces already? Oh dear, by an unexpected chance, Link has strayed from the road and entered a forest. Just then, the shadow of the enemy... ... When Link walks off the road, Ganon's underlings approach, watching for a chance to attack. Oh, you damn. This is probably described more coolly than it is. They're probably just on the map and they don't go on the road, even though they do go on the road. So, I don't know, man. Strong enemy, weak enemy? This looks like the thing from Lethal Company. When Link's image doubles with these symbols... Are you saying when you run into them, when Link's image doubles with those symbols? Is that even grammatically correct? I hope it is. The fight screen. The fight screen? Okay. It's a fighting game. The basics of fighting are to inflict damage with a sword and fend off attacks with a shield. Move skillfully, watching the size of the enemy and the height from which he attacks. Whoa, okay, so you can duck? It's like a fighting game! Jump thrust, downward thrust. You know, I'm just gonna write... and downward thrust, just so I don't forget they exist. Because you know me, I'm probably just gonna walk around only stabbing people. Okay, I don't really need to read that. Use magic. Okay, so in the fight... Let's make this a separate thing. Select is use magic. I'm glad I looked in here because I probably would not know that select is use magic. A and B, self-explanatory. And that's just down. Beating the enemy and getting experience. Bash! Sorry. Bash! Link has brilliantly defeated the enemy and a number has appeared after the enemy has scattered. 2. This is probably like, you hit it, it like just disappears, and then a 2 appears for 2 frames and then goes away. But it's described like this. It's so funny. This number shows the points Link got for fighting an enemy. That's not, it's experience points. It's experience points. Link might be defeated if he fights an enemy who he's no match for at the time. Know the strengths of the enemies. Slimes are 2, bugs are 3, moblins are 20. I guess. Hold on, I thought Link... Yeah, look below for the main landscapes. I thought Link said something earlier. Link becomes stronger by getting more experience. I'm curious how this works specifically. But... I guess he does more damage? How much damage? I don't know, whatever. Like, do enemies have like 20 HP and then like 50, 100? I don't know. When Link collects points and reaches the next point at the upper right of the fight screen, you can raise the level of the one element of the 3 that has reached that point. What? I thought like you got to choose. Maybe that is what it's saying, but just weirdly. A select menu, such as the one on the right there, might be displayed on the fight screen. Move the arrow using the cross button to the element that you have enough points to raise and press the start button. Okay. When the game is over, the points become 0. The same when saved. Okay, hon, that's good to know. I'm probably just gonna pretend to leave my NES on, like I did with the first game, but when you game over or save, I guess, maybe, or load. Well, it says when saved. I can't type, man. A save EXP becomes 0. That's pretty brutal, I think. You can make Link stronger using the 3 elements. Oh my god. 3 elements that Link possesses can go up to level 8. Okay. Level 8 is max, I guess is how I'll word it. What happens when you raise each level? Inflict more damage. The magic points decrease less. Link gets hearts. Okay, I thought it was like the life points decrease when Link gets smaller. I was like, what? Link recovers when you raise magic and life points? Wow, really? Screen the enemies are decided by the landscape. Flatland has no obstacles of any kind. Fighting and escaping are both easy, and you move the way you like. So you can escape, I guess? I'm gonna really quickly say you can escape. You probably just walk off screen. Watch out. Bot jumps. A jelly-like monster that wobbles about. Watch out. Oh, because Bot is the blue one. Bit and Bot. They're like minion names. A cave. I'm just gonna let's oh jeez. Winds are strong and small stones fly around. Are those gameplay? I don't know. Inflict damage to its head. I'll figure that one out if I don't remember. This guy looks a lot better. He used to look like a weird, just kind of like a weird fat moblin in the first game. I forgot he was supposed to look like this. He's kind of scary. Fend off the boomerang with a shield. Watch out. These devils are on the plains and in the caves too. It eats up life energy. Also, they live inside caves. All right. Let's see. Ah! Ew. You are very ugly in this game. A little devil that lives mainly in the forest. I'm just like checking to see if there's any like you must attack something like you have to attack its head. So this is where Octorok kind of became more like the Octorok we know, right? An alligator soldier? Where's this guy? Maybe he was turned into Lizalfos or something, but this is way cooler. Link's shield can't fend off the axe. Okay, that makes sense. He probably throws it up like Simon Belmont, right? Ah, look at its eyelashes. Pretty. Pretty. The king's grave is in the center of every graveyard, or is this just the graveyard? I don't know. It's funny you get warped to a little area, a little fight screen. Link is defeated, Ganon will return. Oh yeah, because there's blood. Oh, I've been done in. If Link loses all the lives he's been given without putting up a good fight. So what if I put up a good fight and still lose? That's not gonna happen with me. Ganon will return, and there's the end of the game. If that happens, the points return to 0. So it's like you die, and then because this is the game where Ganon goes, arr, arr, arr. That's him returning, I guess. Don't be too hasty. Raise your levels. If Ganon returns, Hyrule will fall further and further in ruin. By the way, I didn't mention it. I like how Ganon is not present here. I like that. I like that. He's the thing you did last game has merit. You have to act carefully to prevent that. If you think you are absolutely no match for an enemy, try to raise your levels. I hope we don't have to grind. We know how you feel. You want to go quickly to your goals. The palaces and the lands you haven't before, but hold back. Take it in stride. That doesn't bode well. Fend off attacks by knowing your enemy. Yeah, I got it. The chain hammer, the axe, the club, and the fireball. You know what? I'll write that down. I hope I'll remember what a fucking chain hammer is. It's so like, it's a magic shield, and the shield warded off spells and Zola's ball and shit. It can't ward off fireballs? I don't know. Magic! While continuing his adventure, Link can pick up and arm himself with various magic. Not magics. See page 43. We're getting there. Magic can be used only with the points that Link has. A fairy recovers life. Dude, so true. Fairies live in all sorts of places. Okay, but go ahead and use it if you think the enemy's too strong. It's probably something that's used sparingly, right? Try another day if things don't go your way. When things aren't going your way, don't take it to heart. After the game is over, end the game by selecting save. Your possessions and level will be recorded for future play. To avoid damaging info, save, hold, and reset button. I got like, even back then, Nintendo was like, do you want to take a break? Do you want to take a break? Arriving at the town near the castle. If you walk along the road, you'll finally see a town. If I ask the people of town, they might tell me about the palaces, thought Link as he decided to drop in town. In the row upon row of houses in the town, people look busy, coming and going here and there. However, they are hoping for peace in Hyrule. There are swordsmen in some of the towns. There are swordsmen hidden in some towns. Learn the jump thrust and the downward thrust. Oh! There are places where you can't go if you don't. Oh, so you literally have to do it. Okay, well, we'll put like towns. I guess overworld. Why not? Why not be a little organized? Combat. Misc. Swordsmen hidden in towns. Blah. That teach you the, I guess I should say the thrusts. Okay. Pick up important hints. See, this is where I would have bounced off as a kid because I don't want to talk to people. I want to play the game. We'll listen to Link's story and give various answers. Does Link talk? We have side quests. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There should be some people who will invite Link inside. Okay. I think I failed the streamer test, kind of, with that. Okay, enter the house by pressing up. Easy. The door's open from the outset. Yeah. Let's check if you've been taught magic. I haven't been. Oh, people in town teach you magic. I guess. Good to know. There are also times where they will not teach you if you do not have enough magic point containers. Ooh. Okay. One magic. I'm gonna write trick per town. One magic trick per town. Select. Can you use magic in town? Jump. Okay. We know the number of keys. Maybe I'll figure it out. The palace, not the dungeon. The palace, or the. Was it? I just said it earlier. It hasn't even been 30 minutes. Link obtained information of town, has finally come to the palace. He has been through a lot of fights, raised his level high enough, and has been taught several types of magic in a number of towns. Before the first palace? If you have not raised your level yet and have not been taught magic, it may be better to withdraw once more. The palace is an ancient place that has not fallen into ruin for a long time. That means that there should be some strong enemies in there. So this is kind of open world, I guess. Like, you can get stronger, or you can just tackle the palace if you want. That's cool. The palace will turn to stone. If you find an item at the palace, place a crystal in the statue and leave, and the palace changes to stone. Don't forget to take the key. Okay, I'm just gonna write palace. They're not labyrinths anymore, they're palaces. And they're still not dungeons. They're not dungeons. Don't call them dungeons. Get the key in dungeon before you leave? I guess? I don't know. Okay, it's Iron Knuckle. Phew, not Dark Nut. Not Dark Nut. You can use a shield and a sword. So it'll be like an actual fighting game, I guess. Mew. It has thorns. Thorns hurt. You don't want to play with thorns. Use a downward thrust. Can you like go down and poke them? Skeleton warrior that can somehow use a sword, but it's poor at handling a shield. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna say kill slime with downward. I'm probably gonna forget this, but whatever. Stalfos, apparently bad with shield. I don't know what that means. Maybe you can just knock it away. So yeah, it's gonna be a Metroidvania. We're gonna have to make a shitty paint map again, aren't we? Oh no. Oh no. No, I forgot about the elevators in Zelda. These are funny. There are hidden items. Obtain. Oh yeah, okay, so palaces have items. Like the first game. I'm assuming. Ham-e. Don't think about the incorrect typing when you're typing it. Fights with the main guardians of the palace. The enemy's life power displayed at the left of the screen. It's good to keep an eye on this during a fight. Spoilers, there's a weird horseman. And then the Great Palace. We're getting ahead of ourselves here. You finally enter the Great Palace. The Great Palace is so huge that greatly exceeds what Link had imagined. Link's true heart will be tested when he defeats the last of the Guardians. So there isn't 6 and then a 7th like in the first game, right? After Link undoes the binding force of the Great Palace and enters there, you can restart from the entrance of the Great Palace. Yeah. So this is the Great Palace specifically? How does it save otherwise? Does it save? I don't know how. Like if I enter a normal palace, do I start at the start or is that only for the Great Palace? Is this game like really short or something? I'll minimize this for now. If you try to enter the Great Palace without first going to 6 palaces, you'll be obstructed by the binding force and you'll waste time. Map to the first palace. Okay, I'll take it. Is this the overworld map? This looks like the overworld map, or at least the top of it. Hold on. Let's go back real quick. By real quick, I mean real slow. No, this is only like the top. The top third, I guess? Whoa, whoa, spoilers. Oh my god. We're almost there. I thought we were only like halfway there. What is it saying? Okay, this is just marking them. First palace is up here. Hyrule Castle? I'm guessing right here. North Castle, right. Not Hyrule Castle. This is the magic that Link will learn. 8 types of magic that Link will be taught here and there in towns. Use the magic by taking into consideration the remaining magic points. Yeah. Link, yeah. Magic wears off if the display changes to another. Shield, life, jump, fairy. Magic which makes you a fairy. There's like a 2D Mario like engine. I don't know what you call it to make ROM hacks. And you can be Zelda 2 Link, and when you climb ladders, you turn into a fairy. Which I think is funny. Increase Link's jumping power makes sense. And then you can just fly with the fairy, I guess. Oh, I guess you can use that in the overworld to go above cliffs. You know, I'm gonna real quick use fairy magic to bypass cliffs. Something like that. Something like that. And recover Link's life points, but only to a certain extent. At least he has this. You get 16 magic points per container. Fire. Okay. There are bound to be some enemies that hate this fire. I'm gonna say in combat, some enemies are weak to fire. Bounce back magic cast by magicians. I'm gonna specify that it bounces back magic because I feel like, you know, if they throw something. Zoxio. Eerie spells. The effect is still not fully known. It said that it'll make the enemy tremble in fear. I want to put a question mark at the end of this. The most powerful. It can damage all enemies on the screen. However, Link has to be very strong. Just so I'm not like, let's try this. And then I use all my magic just trying it. And I'm like, oh, it does that. Okay, good to know. Items. The treasure bags. A bonus which increases Link's experience points. Okay. Doll. Really looks like Link. Okay. Oh god. Okay, so you don't have to use the candle. You can break rocks and cut down trees. The hammer can cut down trees. The handy glove. Okay, you know what? Let's just... because I feel like these are the items you get in the dungeons, right? The magic jar. So we get the candle. Lights, dark places. Yep. Typing. The world's slowest typer. Hammer. Breaks rocks / cuts trees. Okay. Handy. I'm gonna type handy glove. It's funny. Break blocks in the palaces. I'm gonna capitalize palace. They're important places. The raft again. Can we move freely? Cross the sea from the dock? I don't think so, but sail from docks. The boots. According to legend, it said that if you put on these boots, you can do something extraordinary. So, can you fly? Or is it just like Terraria where you run fast? The flute? So, no, it was the flute in the first game, right? The legendary mysterious music of Hyrule. Rouses old powers. I'm just gonna assume it's like the first game. The cross? What is this? This is actually Castlevania? Secret power. You'll be able to see enemies you normally can't see. Alright. Hold on, I'm gonna really quickly look up Zelda 2 release. 1987, okay. Castlevania release. 1987 in North America, but 1986. Wait. When was Zelda 2 released in Japan? In Japan. 2004. No, that's not really the one I'm looking for. 1987. Castlevania came first. Do you think Castlevania inspired this, or do you think they were like planning to do it anyway? Remember the control operations. Entering a house, speaking to people. I think we made it. All right, that's the guide. That's the instruction manual. Somehow a lot faster than the first one, I think. We'll play the game next time.